I'm from Waco, and so my sister, she did all of her pregnancy testing and everything through CareNet back in like 2012. And so when I thought I was pregnant, I knew to come here to Waco, but we lived in Tyler at the time. Caleb, you're from Tyler?
Yes, we're both originally from Tyler, Texas. We grew up in a small town called White House, which is 5 minutes south of Tyler. We met in junior high in seventh grade. We were 12 years old, and we lived in the same neighborhood and rode on the same bus. Um, when we were riding the bus one day after school, I was playing Cookie Clicker on my phone, and Cassandra needed somewhere to sit, and so she told me to scoot over. And she's like, "What are you playing on your phone?" I said, "Oh, well, I'm playing Cookie Clicker right now. Do you want to play?" And it just kind of started from there. Just a beautiful friendship that just ended up growing into a relationship eventually, and then marriage.
So you were 12 years old when you met. You say how old you are now? Yeah, we're 24.
Yeah, we're both 24.
Yeah. Tell me about your kids. So our daughters were 2.5 years old, our twins Olivia and Isabella, and we were pregnant with Bailey. But we were not financially stable. We were still looking for a home. We had just moved to Tyler. We were living with my sister at the time in an extra bedroom. So we were considering adoption, placing Bailey for adoption. Did CareNet at all counsel you through that adoption decision, or was that something that was already in your mind when you came to CareNet?
That was something that we had decided in Tyler when we were living up there. We weren't financially stable, so when we came to Waco, we were looking for a better opportunity. We discovered CareNet previously with our twin pregnancy. That's initially how we found out that we were having twins. Um, so we came to Waco and we were in touch with Nightlife Adoptions, and we spoke to somebody from there. And eventually we figured out just God led us in a way that we're able to keep Bailey and we're able to financially support him.
TJ, I went to the Diaper Day Back to School Bash at the base, I believe it was, and I met TJ. They asked, they're like, "Oh, do you want somebody to pray with you?" And I was like, "Yes, of course." And I let him know like we're placing our child for adoption, but we just really need some guidance of like what God really wants us to do and what we can do, whatever's the best for him. So TJ prayed for discernment and wisdom in that, and just strength for us to make the right decision. So TJ prayed with us, or prayed with me. So how did that go once you prayed with TJ? Tell me how the Lord kind of moved in your life after that. We met together the day after, like a little tea shop, and we were talking about all the things and how we truly can't support another child, and we don't have a car, and we don't have money for a bigger car, and all the things. But then my parents, literally like 2 weeks later, my parents texted me and said, "Hey, if the car is like your deciding factor, then we'll provide you a car. Your dad will give you his car, and that way you can have enough room for all the car seats and everything." And that was just the answer to our prayer. And that's all you needed, just that one little piece of support made you feel like, okay, we can have this baby. Like that was. Yeah, that was the just like the end. Like when we considered all of the things, it really came down to we don't have a big enough car, and we don't even have two cars to support two different incomes and things like that. So that makes me wonder. Tell me, for you both, the importance of community.
So community is a huge part. Where we're from in Tyler, the community was very biased and very like secluded. When we came to Waco, we found love and we found hope. We found just the Lord genuinely. CareNet is CareNet led us in a way that helped us financially, helped us get on our feet. We were able to find a better support system through church. And it's great to see how the Lord works through our church and our community and through CareNet. And just seeing how the Lord works through all of these places, it's just undeniable fact that the Lord is the Lord, you know? It's amazing. It leaves me speechless every time I think about it.
And so coming into CareNet too, like the CareNet, specifically the community, I know that a lot. I think that there was a whole like push, right, with donors to come alongside. Tell me about that process for both of you, that once you got engaged here, just kind of how people rallied and what that meant to you. So we came for a case management meeting because we just didn't know where to start, and we just needed help. Just tell me one thing, and then we'll do it. So we came here because we needed the help. And it just so happened the case manager was also an elder at our church that we had already gotten plugged into. And so we told her our situation. There was a lot going on. And she recognized the name of one of the elders, and was able to contact them. And then she also somehow contacted everybody else in the CareNet office. And so she I don't know how she made it work, but she did. She just rallied everybody around us really and just helped get our rent paid and everything that was going on. So, I mean, um, I don't know, that was just like really unbelievable because you don't get that anywhere. Somebody just going the extra mile to reach out to everybody just right then and there in the middle of their day.
And so tell us, Cassandra, you work here. Tell us what it's like now being on the other side. That you were once a that like you're, were a client, but also now that you get to love on people that come.
You have tissues. Oh. It's really well, it's a huge blessing and it's really rewarding. Gosh, I'm gonna cry again. I don't think I can get around it.
It's okay.
Um, yeah, it's just some sorry. Sorry.
Don't you think that's what we do here, though? We just feel like you're feeling what we carry.
Yeah. Um, it's a huge blessing. What do you talk for a little bit about
Okay.
what do you see?
It's been a huge blessing just watching my wife's relationship grow with the Lord and grow with people. Um, Seeing where we came from and just being humbled and being able to point people in the right direction and help them. I feel like as my career grows and like wanting to be a nurse, I can see how wanting that want for help it can grow towards helping people like CareNet. And then my wife's growth for wanting to help people, seeing the clientele that she helps every single day, just the clients, their stories, just recognizing how we were the same and how you can get out and how there is another side, and then you can help people as well.
Okay. Tell me the best feeling when you're on the client side. Like, what's the one like emotion that you're like that encapsulates what it feels like to be a client here?
Loved.
Loved.
Yeah. So loved, supported. That's what I feel.
You had a great line in your story where you said coming through here made you feel like God thought you were a celebrity.
Yeah, very special in God's eyes. Yeah. When I come to CareNet, I feel like a celebrity because of how encouraging and energetic all of the staff make me feel just like I matter that much that I'm like so special in God's eyes.
CareNet gives me what?
CareNet gives me hope.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, CareNet gives me hope.
Tell me, since we are in ministry, tell me about how you feel Christ impacts this place.
So like for the ministry, it's always there and it's always available for you. They have the spiritual classes for you and it's always enriching because I've been to a couple of them. For example, like at the dad's class, after the dad's class, TJ will stick around and say, "Hey fellas, if you want to hear and get into the word of God, you're allowed to stick around." And all the dads just stay around and we're able to get into the word of God. And you see that community part of that too because we're being dads together in the word of God. It's really just a huge blessing to see.
Um, I would just say it's a very welcoming environment. It's always available, but it's not. It's always available, but it's not forced, and so it's just an option. And it doesn't change the service that I get. Like if I choose not to engage in a spiritual service, I still get diapers and I still get love, and I still there's no difference.
Is there anything else you'd like to say that you feel would be an encouragement to somebody else that would be thinking of coming to CareNet, but maybe on the fence? Like, what would you say to somebody?
I would try it. Come to CareNet. It's a welcoming. You get fed. We have people here that will just welcome you and treat you like a person, like that you matter to them.
Yeah, I would just say try it, and yeah, you just gotta try it for yourself, see what's there. When you come to CareNet, I think you'll be blown away by the friendships that you'll make. You know,
Okay.
you say it.
I'm Caleb,
I'm Cassandra,
and
and
that's
that's
our
our
story.
story.